Hi, it's Tom from Thoughtism. Thanks for joining me today. Today is part 3 in a 3-part series called Crossing the Wealthy Mind Barrier. Now, although this is a 3-part series, the parts don't have to be viewed in any particular order. So if you haven't seen part 1 or part 2 yet, that's okay. Please continue with this part and you can go back and view the other parts afterwards. If you're on our blog, the links to the other parts are right below this window. If you're not on our blog, please go there and a quick search will bring up all the videos for you. Now in this series, we are talking about ways you can tweak or change your perspective or mindset around money and wealth. And something I'm going to say at the beginning of all of these sections of this video series is that a lot of people out there will tell you that all you have to do is tweak your mindset, change your mindset about money, and then everything will flow to you. That's not entirely true. Now, although everyone can benefit from these tweaks in their mindset and perspective towards money and wealth, that isn't everything. There are specific fundamental techniques you can apply to start changing your life and creating the life you want, namely actualization, emotional reversal technique, the social mirror exercise, and EA. Those are your fundamental techniques. Once you're using those, then you can layer the perspectives and the mindsets on top of them to augment them and make them better and more focused. The mindset is the paint on the wall. It's the flavor in the ice cream. It's not the ice cream itself, but it makes it so much better. If you're not familiar with these techniques, you'll still benefit from this series, so please continue on with it. Today I'd like to talk about the difference between the perspective of flow and the perspective of stagnation. And I'd like to talk about it in 2 different contexts. The first one is when we're paying for something, be it merchandise, a service, or a bill. And the second is in the context of creating and running a business. So first we'll discuss the context of making a purchase, when we're out buying something, a good or a service. Now, generally speaking, when that's happening, when we're actually doing that, in the act of doing it, we feel good, we feel great. We're getting something that we really liked, we're enjoying a service, something's improving. However, at the same time, we're usually also aware that money is leaving us, we're losing money. Okay? Either the bank balance is going down or the credit card balance is going up. Now, when this is our perspective, when we're focused on what we're getting and aware of what we're losing, all the energy, the flow of that transaction and the money ends with us. We have something, if it's an experience, we're going to enjoy it and remember it. If it's an object, we're taking it home, putting it somewhere, and that's it. Eventually that's gone. If it's an experience, it fades away. If it's an object, something we use, eventually that's going to wear out and be gone as well. And then we don't have our purchase, and we also don't have our money, which is gone. Now this is the perspective of stagnation. The energy, the flow of money is just ending with us. It's not going anywhere else. It's just stagnant, like a stagnant pool of water. If we look at the exact same transaction from the perspective of flow, we still get our good, we still get our service, we still enjoy it. However, we are aware that by deliberately choosing to make that transaction, we are initiating a flow of money, abundance, and wealth, a cascade of it that just goes on and on and on. We're actually creating a flow of money and wealth. We're giving our money in exchange for the goods and services to a person or to a company. They, in turn, are using that money to enrich their lives, to better their lives, buy groceries, pay for staff, pay their suppliers, pay service providers. That next tier of people, again, uses that money to pay their staff, to buy groceries, go to the movie, pay their suppliers, pay service providers, who in turn take that money and pay more people, who in turn take that money and exchange it for more people. And the flow of money, the creation of wealth, keeps flowing and keeps cascading. And we're aware when we are at that cashier, when we're paying for our good and service, what we are doing. We are initiating a flow, an energy flow of money and wealth that keeps going and keeps cascading and keeps growing. We are the creators of a flow of wealth. So the next time you're out making a purchase, when when you're actually paying for the good or service, realize what you're doing. Don't take the perspective of stagnation where everything's ending and you're losing money and you're getting something you'll enjoy for a little bit and then everything's gone. Realize that when you pay, you are initiating a flow of money and a flow of wealth. And think of all the people who are benefiting from that. Think of all the people who are going to receive and exchange that money and use it to purchase goods and purchase services to enrich their lives. And you'll realize the flow of money and the flow of wealth you are creating. When you're in the perspective of being a money and wealth creator, that drastically can affect your attitude towards money, your attitudes towards wealth, and your ability to create wealth. When we look at the perspective of stagnation and the perspective of flow in the context of creating a business, you really cannot create a business from the perspective of stagnation. You might be able to make a little bit of money on the side, but you cannot create a business that is going to generate wealth from the perspective of stagnation. You can't have the attitude of what you're getting, it's all for me, it's all for mine, I'm generating it, I can spend it all. That's just not possible. The only way to create a wealthy business is from the perspective of flow. Because when you create a business, you are going to have to pay and support other people. Whether it's your direct staff, or there's service providers, you pay for services, or you need supplies and you need to pay them. The wealth that you generate has to be wealth for other people as well. And you have to enjoy that. You have to be good with that. You can't create a wealthy business from the perspective of stagnation. You have to be aware that you are generating wealth and it's more than enough wealth for you, because you have to support other people in order to grow your business. You can't do it all on your own. Like I said, you can make a little bit of money on the side, but you cannot create a wealthy business unless you have the perspective of flow and realize that when you are paying for your services, when you're paying for your goods, that's just more wealth generation and wealth creation that you're doing. You're good enough, you're strong enough, you're powerful enough that you create wealth not just for you, but for many other people. People you'll never see, you'll never touch, and you'll never hear from, because you are a powerful wealth generator. That's the perspective you need to have to create a wealthy business. As always, I'm looking forward to all of your questions, comments, and stories. Our Facebook page is Thoughtism. Our website is www.thoughtism.me. And you can always email me at questions@thoughtism.me. Until next time, remain at choice.